Sairam everyone and welcome back. Today we are going to begin with a political science. And in this political science, we are going to start with a new lesson, that is electoral politics. See children, in the last lesson, we saw that in a democracy, people do not govern directly. That is, there is no direct democracy. Yes, I am talking about direct democracy. People do govern, but through representatives. Those representatives who are elected by the people. That is representative democracy. We did study this in the last class, in the last lesson. So, today, in this lesson, we will see how these representatives are elected. We will start by understanding why elections are necessary and useful in a democracy. We will see how electoral competitions among the parties serve the people. Let us see the points, the topics that we will be discussing in this lesson. We will discuss why elections. Next topic, what is our system of election? Here we will talk about our country. Our next topic will be what makes elections in India democratic. So these are the points, these are the contents of the lesson that we will be discussing in our political science class. Let's start with the first topic, that is why elections. We will begin with assembly elections that was held in Haryana in 1987. Look at the map of Haryana. Okay, now he is Chaudhary Devi. It's very important. We are going to talk about him. Now, children, the state, the Haryana state I'm talking about, was ruled by the Congress party. Chaudhary Devi, no, he was not in the Congress party. Chaudhary Devi was then an opposition leader of the opposition party. He led a movement called Nyaya Yudh, which means struggle for justice. It is Devilal Chaudhary Devilal. He formed a new party, and this new party was called as Lok Dal. Like we have Congress, we have BJP, we have Janata Dal, we have Shiv Sena. Same way, a new party was formed by Chaudhary Devi, and it was called as Lok Dal. His party joined other opposition parties. His party was joined, this Lok Dal was joined by other opposition parties. Opposition of which party? Opposition of Congress party, who opposed the Congress party. They joined this Lok Dal party. And they were preparing for the elections that were to be held in 1987. Now, while campaigning, Devi Lal, he did some promises. He said to people that if his party, that is the Lok Dal, if Lok Dal wins the election, then his government would waive off the loans of farmers and also of small businessmen. He promised that this would be the first action taken by his government for the people. People of Haryana, they were unhappy with the existing Congress government. They were not happy with the working of the Congress government. And they were attracted by promises made by Devi Lal. So during elections, things changed. These people of Haryana, they voted overwhelmingly in favor of Lok Dal and also its allies, the parties who supported Lok Dal. In this election, I'll tell you what happened. This Lok Dal and its allies, they were the winners. This Lok Dal and allies, they won 76 seats out of 90. Yes, out of 90 seats in the state assembly. Lok Dal alone won 60 seats. And the Congress, who was ruling, who has formed government in Haryana, could just win 5 seats. Only 5 seats Congress got. Results were announced. Results of the election, not of any exams, of the elections. And the newly elected members of the Legislative Assembly, in short, they were called as MLAs, that is, Member of Legislative Assembly. They were called as, in short, they are called as MLAs. So these MLAs of Lok Dal, they chose Devi Lal as their leader. So Devi Lal became the leader of Lok Dal party. The governor, he invited Devi Lal to be the chief minister of Haryana. And after 3 days of the results, Devi Lal became the chief minister of Haryana. See, first, this government did, when this party, when the Lok Dal and the allies formed the government, first thing what did the government do is, it issued an order of waiving the outstanding loans of small farmers, of agricultural laborers, and also of small businessmen. That is, he kept his promise, right? His party ruled for 4 years. And what happened in 1991, in the next elections, which were held in the year 1991, next elections were held. But this time, Lok Dal did not win the support. So who won elections that time? It was the Congress party who won the election. Congress party bounced back and Lok Dal lost the elections in 1991 and Congress formed the government in Haryana. Why do we need elections? Okay, now children, in the last class we saw definition of democracy. We studied this, right? And according to this definition, the ruler is elected by the people in a democratic country, right? In a democracy. Now, in a democracy, elections takes place regularly. There are more than 100 countries in the world in which election takes place to choose their representatives. But we also saw that in many countries, elections are held, but they are not a democratic. China, Arabia, Saudi Arabia, right? Now, the next is, why do we need elections? See, just imagine a democracy without election. Can all people sit together and rule without elections? All people ruling, just imagine. Can all people sit together every day and take all decisions? We have already discussed this, right? In the last chapter. This is just not possible. And therefore, see, there may be some people who are not interested. They will ignore it. They won't attend or sit for the meetings, for discussions. Or they're not having the knowledge. Yeah, so there were many obstacles. And therefore, elections are held in most democracies. People rule, but through their representatives. Why it is said through their representatives? Because these representatives are elected by the people, by them. They are doing the choice. Okay. Now, see the next question over here. Is there a democratic way of selecting representatives without election? Here, we will talk about a place where representatives are selected, not elected. They are selected. Representatives are selected, they are not elected. And this selection of the representatives are done on the basis of age and experience. We say now, elderly people, old people, they have a lot of knowledge. They know very well, they can take proper decisions. So, like that. A representative selected on the basis of age and experience, or a place where these representatives are selected on the basis of his education and knowledge. There could be some difficulty in deciding on who is more experienced in all fields, or who has more knowledge in all fields. One who has knowledge about everything. But people can solve this problem, and such places where the representatives are selected does not require elections. Remember this. But can we call this place a democracy? How are we going to find out whether all the people of that particular place, they like their representative because they are selected? You are getting whether he's popular among the people, he's knowledgeable, he's old age, he's having a lot of experience. But do we know how we will come to know that the people like him? All the people like that representative, or he's unliked by the people? How do we ensure that these selected representatives, they rule as per the wish of the people? Or how to make sure that these rulers, that those who the people don't like, do not remain their representatives? How to make sure? People don't like him, so how he can be the representative? Why can't change him? How will come to know this? Yes, this is a big question, right? Now, all this requires a mechanism. Look at your monitor. All this requires a mechanism by which the people can choose their representatives at regular intervals. And if they do not like them, if the people do not see, if a representative is elected and after that he is not serving the people, people feel that he is not perfect even though they have elected him. So, and even if they don't like them, people can change these representatives. There should be some mechanism. And what is this mechanism? This mechanism is called as election. Yes, mechanism is called as election. Elections are very important in all times for any representative democracy. This is called as representative democracy, isn't it? Wherein people elect their representative. Any democratic country, elections are important. Any country of the world I'm talking about. Elections gives votes. The people, elections give the voter, the people who gives vote, to make choice. And these choices are, they can choose who will make law for them. They will see. It is like which party is going to come to form the government. Okay, it is the party who is going to make laws for them. So they are the ones, the people are the ones who are going to choose who will make law for them. They can choose. See the second one, they can choose who will form the government and take major decisions. And the third choice to make for the people will be the party. The party whose policies will guide the government and also guide in laws, in making of the laws. So children, I'll stop over here in this class. We will continue with the same lesson in the next class. Till then, take care. Thank you.